Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dominion. I'm Kale, and if this is your first time watching, I make educational videos about the world of Hero Wars Mobile. Before we get started with the video, I'd love it if you could just real quick go down, please like the video, and please subscribe to my channel so you can watch more of my awesome content. You may have noticed that I literally haven't posted anything this month, and that's because my computer's hard drive it crashed and all of the data on it was unrecoverable. So I'd actually had a couple videos already pre-recorded and they're all gone. So we're gonna start again. I missed covering the Titan event, Riotous Growth, and I missed covering the Easter event, which is pretty sad, but you did get some other videos from Hero Wars Mobile and Hero Wars Central. I'm sure if you're subscribed to me, you're subscribed to Hero Wars Central. Charlie is a great guy. He knows a lot about the game, and he has a lot of really helpful videos. I think more of them are aimed towards Facebook, but he does have a lot of good mobile stuff too. So go check him out because he's really cool. And so today we're just going to go ahead and start where I had meant to start in April, and that is in the Outland. Recently, I've been hearing a lot of people, in my guild at least, say they're having trouble in the Outland against multiple bosses, and I just want to go ahead and show everyone which heroes do the best against which bosses. So we're just going to look at Vadjar the Incinerator first. This guy, he's protected against ranged attacks and he is immune to magic attacks. That is pretty okay because all of the heroes you can use to fight against him they usually have physical skills, physical attacks, so that's fine. But the problem is, as you get higher up in levels, see I'm level 91, he does get really annoying and tricky to beat. Now, some heroes you can use to kill him fast are King Mao, because of her first skill. It deals a lot of damage, and there's only one person, so she hits him all 3 times. Now, we also have Astrid and Lucas. I use her in my main team to go up against him. So she's got Lucas, who deals a lot of damage and can also act as a tank, because if you notice, there's only a few tanks that you can pick from. Galahad, Chaba, Rufus. I don't know, is Andvari a tank? I thought he was a damage dealer, but he might also do the job in this case. Galahad also deals a lot of damage. You'll notice that there's no healers besides Nebula. She's in my main team because she can heal other people at least a little bit. But in this battle, you're just trying to kill him as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and try to get him with my main team. So for the last couple of battles, I've been having Galahad die, and that's because I just take the strongest heroes that I have. So there are better heroes than what I'm using in my team for this. Ziri's good because she's also a tank, but she'll open the back line when she goes underground. So that's a bit of a problem. So I'm just gonna put it on auto because there's really no need to control. They just need to attack him as fast as possible. You can see they're dealing a lot of damage to him, but he's also dealing a lot of damage to them, and without a healer, they're just going to have to keep taking that. Now, this is usually around where Galahad dies. Yep, and there we go. Elmir jumps back, which leaves Kark open to attack, but Astrid and Lucas will take him out. Now, let's see the info. Now, Astrid and Lucas do the most damage. Elmir does the second most. And Galahad does the least because he only got his super off once, and he's also the weakest person here. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, because I don't have any of Galahad's skills leveled. Astrid and Lucas used to be in my main team for a little while, because I just love the design. She's got this cat or dog if you have the devil skin, or bunny if you have the Easter skin, that goes around with her, and I thought that was pretty cool. So there's a little example. So with Vadjar the Incinerator, you need to go for the kill as fast as possible. So take your strongest heroes and take the best tank or whatever because Vadjar deals a lot of damage at higher levels. And at lower levels too, if you're not prepared. Now we have Ilyssa the Weaver. She is immune to magic attacks, and she's protected against melee attacks. Once again, one of those things doesn't matter, because you can't hit her with melee attacks, because she's on this cliff sort of thing, so they only give you ranged heroes and mages. So, this time we do have some healers to pick from. Actually, we only have one healer. We have Martha, and Martha is the best healer in the game, so that'll work. I have Martha in my main team. Ginger, Ilyssa has this move where she shoots out a bunch of these little baby spiders, and it gets really annoying really fast. And Ginger's super will activate multiple times as she kills those spiders, killing all the spiders and dealing damage to Ilyssa herself. Ju focuses on Ilyssa as long as those spiders aren't in the way, and he can deal a hefty amount of damage. We also have a few people down here. Kira is far and wide considered one of the bigger damage dealers in the game. And then there's Dante. And we're just going to leave it at that. Daredevil's also pretty powerful when it comes to damaging. I just don't have her a high level. So, let's go ahead and look at Ilyssa the Weaver. Let's go to the battle. This is my main team. I have Fox, Martha, Ginger, and Ju, and Sebastian. I just took the 5 strongest people, and it turned out to be a relatively good strategy, so I just kept using them. Okay, here we are in the battle. Just set it to auto. I don't know if your chances are going to be raised. I think the only time it matters if you're using auto or not is against Brog the Conqueror, and I'll show you why in a second. So you can see right now, Ginger just procced her skill, and that killed all of the spiders. Ju procced his skill, and he is currently hitting Ilyssa and dealing a lot of damage. Martha is completely healing the entire team, so there's really no chance of them actually dying. Every time those spiders come out, Ginger will completely destroy all of them. I'm not sure what Sebastian's doing, but it looks like he's working hard, so we're just going to let him have that. And Fox doesn't deal a lot of damage because she's such low level, but if she was higher up, she would be dealing a pretty big amount of damage to the enemy. So here we go. Ilyssa's almost dead. Usually I'm able to get it done in under a minute, but at higher levels, it just matters as long as you can kill the bosses. Because the Outland is really one of the only places that you can reliably obtain Outland coins and skin stones. Skin stones being the main thing. If you're really new to the game, you might be confused as to what skin stones are, and they are what you use to buy skins. Basically, each hero has a main stat. That main stat is either agility, intelligence, or strength. And that main stat will also determine what skin stones you need to use to buy their skins. I'm not really going to go far into how skins work, what skins are good, because this video I think is already running a little long, so I'm just going to get this done as fast as I can. Here comes the big guy. Brog the Conqueror is probably one of the biggest problems people have in the Outland, because the other two are pretty feasibly destroyable with a high enough power team. But Brog is very annoying because he's completely immune to physical attacks, and the only people you get are people who deal physical attacks with everything besides their main skills. Everyone save for Celeste and Satori. These two are the only ones that actually deal magic damage when they're just normally attacking, so they're always on my main team. Satori also deals a huge amount of damage with her main skill, and her Foxfire marks are really helpful. Now, for healers, you have Celeste, and sometimes that's not enough, so I put Maya in. Faceless is great because he can really copy anybody. I put Faceless and Mojo together in a team because when Faceless copies Mojo's ability, he completely amplifies it and he kills Brog a lot faster. I put Jorgen in too sometimes, depending on if I want the little bit of damage that he gives. So let's go ahead and attack. if you've noticed, I'm actually also having a little problem with Brog because he's a lower level than all the other bosses I've fought because I hate fighting him. And that's because I almost always run down the clock all the way because pretty much all of the heroes that I'm using actually besides Faceless are not in my main team and I haven't touched them in months. Now, if you are actually dedicated to farming inside of this Outland, then you're gonna want to invest in the heroes that you're using because it can get out of hand very fast when you're farming. Okay, so we want to wait until Brog does that spin dashy thing where he goes back and forth and stuns your team because Mojo's skill can be interrupted and it will be interrupted by that. So there, now we have that going. We'll switch Celeste to healing for a bit until we get Maya and then switch her back because she only deals damage when she's in her dark form. Oh, they need a little more healing. Satori is relatively helpful. I just don't have him leveled up a lot. So if you have Satori leveled up, you'll probably get this done way faster than I am right now. And go ahead and get Mojo to get copied. Oh no, where'd my mouse go? Oh, I almost lost heroes because I couldn't find my mouse. Okay. Now we've got... See what I'm talking about? We're at 29 seconds here. It's getting way too close. Let's hope I don't lose. That would look pretty dumb. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we won. Okay, that's basically how I've always fought Brog, except for in the very beginning when I got Celeste and she was strong enough to just take him down by herself. So those are just a few helpful tips to going through the Outland each day. It can get really annoying really fast to be farming for stuff inside of this because the bosses take so long to fight, and it's really RNG whether or not you get your skin stones or your Outland coins. So I actually have a tip from one of my friends in server 110, Casey the Goon. He's really helpful. He's been making my guild a lot stronger, and he said there's a way to get the open 7 chests in the Outland. Basically, let me show you. We go to the just the daily quests. We go to the daily quests and we see we have open 1 chest in the Outlands, we have open 3 chests in the Outlands, and we have open 7 chests in the Outlands. Now, you might notice that you only got 5 tries per day in the Outland. And so you can't get that without spending, right? Wrong. If you'll go ahead, and this also helps if you're farming for skin stones, so you're focusing on one enemy, you're gonna want to fight all 3 bosses every day. Fight the 2 bosses that you're not focusing on and don't open their chests. Leave them for tomorrow. Then fight the other guy, go ahead and take all those chests. Make sure you leave those 2 chests. The next day, open those chests and then do your 5 runs. That gives you an extra 100 Outland coins every other day. So that's 300 Outland coins a week that you weren't getting before. Very helpful information. Cool guy. So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you guys are all staying safe. And until next time, keep on dominating.